Hey guys, the following podcast is a Shabas Nachamu special. I had all these podcasts planned and they were recorded already, and I realized that it's Shabas Nachamu this week, and that means we should celebrate with music. So I quickly called a good friend of mine, Gavriel Reichmann, and he is the producer of EKEV, and his music is awesome. You should check it out. He produces a lot of other people's music, and we just sat down and had a delightful conversation about music and what it means and the soul of it, and it was just a wonderful conversation. So happy Shabbos Nachamu. The morning is over. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, give love, write beautiful comments. We also got a little piece where he actually played a little music for me, so I got a little concert a little private concert. Anyway, enjoy, love you, enjoy.
Hello and welcome to the Brainstorm podcast. And now, your host, Sonny Perlman.
We're live.
Okay.
Gavriel, thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me. So
That's my most
I'm gonna make
professional
sure
thing
this
I ever
is,
say.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for coming in. Joining me. Okay, so I'll tell you why I called you in. I told you already, but I'll tell you again for the audience. But
Okay,
I'll tell
talk to
you
me.
is that I have a whole bunch of podcasts already recorded, ready to go, and then I realized that this weekend is Shabbos Nachamu.
Okay.
And I'm like, it's very un-Jewish to not put out a music style podcast on Shabbos Nachamu.
Is that a thing that people do?
I have no idea. Just in my heart,
It could be a thing.
It felt like, because Shabbos Nachamu is like the opposite of mourning. We say when you're mourning, no music.
Mm-hmm.
So the opposite of mourning is like let's get the music now. So that's why I called you, and this happened like really fast. That was really cool. But yeah, put the mic in front of you. You got to use the
you're
mic
saying
in
my
front of you.
No, it's because when I'm eating the almonds, I don't want to be like chewing into the microphone.
It's fine. I think it's fine. But anyway, I will tell you something, a confession.
Talk
The
to me.
confession is that I know very little about Jewish music.
Nice.
This is
Me
my
too, by the
confession.
way.
Really? Mm-hmm. But a couple of times we talked about Jewish music specifically. I don't know if you remember, once or twice. And
I think I told you to get this mic, perhaps.
you told me to get this mic. That is true. And I felt like I should love Jewish music when I schmoozed with you about it.
Right.
Like I was like, because I don't know if you were basing your music. I've seen a lot of your music, and it has more like an Ed Sheeran feel than it has like a Jewish feel. I
Yeah,
don't know if
that's the
is
vibe.
that
That's
a good call?
It's a compliment.
Okay, well, you should be as successful as Ed Sheeran. I had a bracha.
Amen.
How cool would that be?
That'd be pretty cool.
That guy also has a way of looking like he doesn't care about anything.
I know.
He never taken a haircut in his life, and he's like a gazillionaire.
I know, it's insane.
Yeah, he's cool.
I think I think there's a place for it in the Jewish music scene. Like that's like my whole thing is like what I would want to do if I could do one thing, it's like make it that like Jewish music is like imperfect and like we're just people and like we happen to make music for a living. This guy does real estate, this guy does nursing homes, this guy makes music. It doesn't have to be like you're this like superstar persona to make it.
Really?
Right? In the non-Jewish world, we have it all the time. Louis Capaldi is talking about his Tourette's and like, right? Why, like in the Jewish world, I feel like somebody with that sort of story, it doesn't like, they wouldn't like make it as well. I don't know. That's my vibe.
That's so interesting because when I love art and I love music, and these are, I believe, none of it's good unless it feels incredibly authentic.
Right.
Like I look at a very happy painting and like it's done well. It's done very well. Like this painting here, it's like an all right painting. I got it at Home Goods. You know,
It's
what I'm
really
saying?
pretty.
It's very pretty, but I don't feel the emotions of like a masterpiece. When you like look at a masterpiece, and it's like every piece of you is in it. And when I think of like when I go to and I look at like a Van Gogh, and you look and you're like, every part of this man has been put into this painting.
You feel like that when you look at a Van Gogh?
I do feel it. I feel it very much with a lot of paintings, but also music. Like I listen to music, a lot of classic rock and music I grew up with. There's music like I like to chill with, but then there's music where somebody is like shit, like the Doors or like
Yeah.
you know, like I gotta think of a lot, but I'm saying even Pink Floyd. I don't know if I'm allowed to say Pink Floyd anymore because he's anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you hear their struggle, you hear the realness. It's interesting that you have a similar passion, because one of my passions with this podcast particularly and in life is to make everybody realize that there is no saints the way we see it, like perfect people. Even in the Torah, like we don't hear of any saints, meaning we know Avram Avinu's faults, we know Yitzchak's faults, we know Yaakov's faults, we know David HaMelech's faults, everybody's faults, we know them all. And that's what makes them so amazing, because they were people like us. I know that's blasphemous to say it, but what makes them amazing is not because they're like had no Yetzer Hara.
They have to be, otherwise it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Avram's not relatable if he's like this. I don't. He doesn't have to be relatable, but he's not somebody that I'd ever find inspiration from if he like didn't have any difficulty in his life. And that's the whole thing, right? With his 10 challenges, we don't say there were like 10 super easy things that he overcame because of his faith.
They had challenges. He had struggles. He had problems with his kids. He had made mistakes. Yitzchak Avinu, like they say, you know, like Shamshon Fal Hirsch says, like he made a mistake, like with Esav, which is like, oh my God, how do you say something like that?
It's crazy.
But what I'm saying is that what I'm inspired by, when I have, let's say I just had like Shais Taub on, and he's like someone I really respect, a rabbi, you know, and he shares his, I love him more than almost all the rabbis, because he will say, I'm struggling with this, or this is an issue I have.
It's really cool.
And you're like, oh, this is someone who I could relate to, who's become amazing. So is that what you're saying with music? Like you want real people and realness in music?
Totally, yeah. That is my goal. That is 100% my goal. My number one goal is to support my family with it, but my goal within music itself is to be able to convey real messages. When I was a kid, I never this is like so like maybe not nice, but I never like looked at like a Jewish artist and was like, that's me. Like he's like saying something that I've always felt. What's he saying? That he's amazing and that we're all so amazing. Like I don't relate to that on a regular day to day. Sometimes I feel amazing, but sometimes I don't. And it's like, where's that other side to it? Did you hear putting you on the spot? Did you hear Morty Shap's like any of his new music, like Kivinu, his song Kivinu? If not, it's okay. Opening lyric of that song. Okay, so Morty just produced his latest album by me, and
I feel bad. I love Morty.
No, it's
Shapiro.
Okay. He's incredible.
I think he's amazing.
He might like hate you forever after watching this. But,
I don't know. I don't know Jewish music.
No, I'm joking. So the first song from that album, first single, I think it was the first single. Oh, there's two first singles, Trying My Best and Kivinu. Okay, so they were both about, Kivinu, the first lyric is I know I know that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, but lately I don't feel like that applies to me. As in like this concept of like we're always told that like Hashem put you exactly where you're supposed to be, and it's like the opening lyric to that song is like lately I don't feel like that like sugya applies to me. Like I'm not that guy, and like that's such a cool thing to say. Like I'm not maybe doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just trying my best to be the person that I'm supposed to be. You know, like that's
you have.
what we
I
need
do
a
know
bit.
the song you have with the Shamnu, but God, what's the name of that song?
So similar. So that's Elul.
But it's like talking about like struggling.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, there's one lyric that you have that's so well written. Oh my God, I was so excited about it. But I was like, when I have you on, I'm going to ask you about it. Sorry,
you don't remember it. You should have done your homework.
No, hold on. Here it is. No. You split the waters.
That's not in that song, but yeah.
It's a different song.
Yeah. Oh,
Sorry,
I thought you were saying.
I'm rolling. My brain's
Okay.
going. While I got you on lyrics, you split the waters.
Yeah.
How does it go? You split the waters and you talk from a mountain. Or
Yeah.
you spoke from a mountain. Am I got it right?
Yeah, you're pretty close.
Okay, what's the real words?
Should I sing it?
Heck yeah, baby.
Okay, sick. How do we do this with the mic?
I don't know. It's just gonna hope for the best. I don't think I know how to. Should I mic you up with both? I don't know.
Is that the move? Maybe that's the move on the
No,
guitar one.
you gotta put this. I think it'll pick up the guitar.
Yeah, you think so?
Wait, let me just make sure the camera's good. Hold on.
If only we had like a music producer in the room.
No,
You know
I
what I
got
mean?
nothing, bro. I got nothing. This is what we got. I'm going up a little. That's it. Okay. Oh my God.
Is
Getting a
this
free
is
show,
gonna
bro.
work? Is this gonna work again?
No, you this could go closer.
I feel like I need to do like vocal warm ups. You know?
Go for it, bro.
You know, people are just like, and I'm always like, dude. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm gonna do?
It's trippy.
Since you're going solo for a second.
What are we doing?
Okay, so let's go. I'm making a clip.
So you're gonna video it so that
1 second. You going down to. You're not realizing that it's better to go to your mouth than to go to.
Okay.
I think.
Okay, so here's the lyrics.
I'll just catch a little.
I know you split the ocean, spoke from a mountain. I know you showed us your face, and you healed our ailments. That was oh so long ago. I need a little something more when I don't know what I'm fighting for. I need a little miracle from you for me. I need a little miracle, need a little miracle from you for me. I need a little, ooh, need a little miracle, need a little, ooh. I know you'll be a father when I need a father, and when I need a friend. I know you'll come through when I need it. Your timing's always perfect. The one thing that is certain is you. I know you'll hold me through the darkness, my leap without a harness. When I pull back the curtain, there's you. I need a little miracle from you, from me. I need a little miracle, need a little miracle from you, for me. I need a little, ooh, I need a little miracle, need a little, ooh. I need a miracle. I need a miracle. I need a little miracle from you for me. I need a little miracle, need a little miracle from you for me. Thank you.
Freaking awesome.
Yo, thank you, bro.
Wow, I'm so glad I told you to bring your guitar. I didn't know if that was gonna happen.
I know, me neither. It's like I also wasn't sure, like, if you would, like, you know, which song I would play today when you told me to bring a guitar. That's like right away what I was thinking, but
I'm trying to get.
okay, singing needs
Because I
to
want
be.
to see your face.
Oh,
You're a nice guy.
thanks,
Beautiful
bro.
face.
Thank you, broski.
So
you were-
when you were middle of talking about, it's a little arrogant for me to talk about what you're thinking about in the song, but when you were talking about the realness of the music that you want to produce, this felt like old school David HaMelech Tehillim. Like where,
Dude, that's a big compliment. I'll
yeah,
take
like
it.
God is like, he's like crying out like, I need help. But it was done in English. So it's like, if I don't know, it had that. Again, it's like all these inspirational songs are like, ba, 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 and you're like, I don't get it. What I do get, when I'm listening to you sing this right now, like, I know it's always better when you hear it live. Sorry for you guys out there, but I got my own.
Private concert.
I got my private concert. But the feeling is. So I'm saying, like, when that's what you're talking about, like.
Yeah, totally. It's like I'm saying something. This song in particular is like such an example to myself of like, if I say something that's real to me, then it's real, like, period. Because when I made that song, it was like one of those, like, midnight, just picked up a guitar, wrote this song, Need a Little Miracle from You for me, like, plea to God about nothing in particular, but like everything at the same time. And it was just like this personal thing. And I was like, this is a me song. This isn't like a for the people song, if that makes sense. It was truly like for myself. Recorded it. Everything about it was just like, it was like self, like therapy, whatever you want to call it. It was very self-serving. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then through that process, what I found was that, like, I'm saying something real for myself, about myself. And then suddenly it's so much more for everyone else. As in the process of doing for me and a plea to God, truly only for me, I saw that so many people were like, this speaks to me. And then I was like, and then like this song in particular had like way more success than like a lot of songs I've made. And it was like the most not for people. And it was not to be successful. I didn't think this song was like that type at all.
It was just.
And
It's interesting. Comedians have that thing. I base my podcast on this concept that the comedians say. The comedians say, make a joke that you would laugh about.
Wow.
Like,
Sick.
write a song that you would listen to that makes sense to you. I was like, people are like, what the heck is your podcast about? I was like,
right.
My podcast is the podcast I would listen to.
That's awesome.
So if there are other people out there like me, then I'm very surprised, and you probably have a similar experience. I'm very surprised when people come over to me and go, your podcast, like, it really is impacting me. And I'm
so
like,
cool.
I thought it was for me.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so every time I try to do something for someone else, it doesn't have the authenticity of like this. That song feels deeply personal. Like that song. When I listen to my typical like Jewish music, when I think about it, it's like you pick a song, you pick a piece of Tehillim, and you put a really nice tune to it, and like sometimes the tune, the composer's good enough that they'll squeeze out some of their soul into that tune, but the words are not doing it for me, and because they're just kind of ripping off words.
Right.
It's not. So I think the more personal, the more people are going to love it, but you don't feel like that's true in the beginning.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're so on the same page.
Yeah, we are. Would you look at that?
I love it. Wait, so when did you find out that like music was it? This episode is sponsored by Our Village Sober Living Women's Division, which is the new program that has been opened specifically for women in the Our Village community. Our Village is not like any sober living that exists in the world. It is a full-blown community with so much love, and it personifies the idea of only love. We understand in Our Village that the only way that we could really grow and change in our lives is if we have a massive support network behind us that loves us, cheers us on, supports us, and helps us through that difficult process. So if you are interested, go to ourvillageny.org and find out everything, contact them, and see if this is something that's for you or for a loved one. Now back to our episode. In your life.
I still don't know if music is it in my life. I try every day, and
I'm not talking about.
You're not talking about Parnassa
the
in particular?
Parnassa. I'm talking about like music definitely
being
touched
like,
you in a way that.
What I would say is that I always loved music since I was a little kid. I was very moved by things as not so atypical, but like things as not like mainstream as like classical music out here, classical song. It's like moving me, or sometimes it would be something random, like turn on the radio and something comes on. And it's just like sometimes I'm just like moved by music. And then I was like, okay, that's just like a thing, but that doesn't like mean anything necessarily. And I always had a knack for like piano and guitar and drums, but I took a lot of lessons in things, but I always didn't like lessons.
Okay.
I'm like very much like, I have a very hard time listening.
Okay.
Like in general, even like in a conversation, I have to like really focus to concentrate and to hear somebody for real, which is crazy maybe to some people or to you. I don't know.
It sounds a little ADHD.
Yeah, there's something there. There's something there. I definitely have like ADD. I can't watch like a video of somebody explaining to me how to play something. Even like, it's like when I really found music was like when I started not taking lessons and then finding music and just like sitting down and playing. Lessons for sure created like a space.
Well, you could
in my
listen
head.
to your own playing.
What do you mean by that?
It's interesting. I always find this. My sister's a big ADHD person. Like she wrote the books on ADHD.
Oh, cool.
Of a guy, Gimpel, if anyone wants to look it up. And she's awesome. But she always talks about the idea that basically ADHD is a form of superpower, which is that you could focus in on something if something is touching your soul, like that's when you could like, boom,
Yeah.
you're locked
I'm in it, yeah.
And everything else is like, okay, I got 50 other things I'm thinking about right now.
Yeah.
And they're all as interesting as you. So like it's, and probably most of them are more interesting.
100%. Yeah.
So music, what about when other people are playing, like you hear a song that like is rocking your world? Are you able to like
if I'm like really moved by it, I'm usually not.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll pay attention if I'm really moved by something and then I'm in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly. Otherwise I'm like, it's nice and I enjoy it and it's like, it's there, you know?
Well,
Yeah.
I think it's a superpower because actually we were talking about on the phone before about how much I'm crazy about my kids and
Yeah.
And I think that when you are hyper focused on certain things, if you're able to do that with raising your kids, it's a very powerful thing because kids need you to be like obsessed with them on some level.
I love that.
I don't know if you have to be spending all your time on them, but obsessed, they have to feel like you're obsessed with them.
Nice.
I think.
I think you're for sure right. It must be.
I don't know if one thing I kind of steer clear of a little bit is parenting advice.
Okay.
Because me and my wife, like, we read all the books, and then at the end we were like, we should burn all these books.
Really?
Like, burn them all. Like,
Really?
we because it was like the person writing this book does not have my kids.
No.
They don't have my kids. They have some good ideas, but stop being so arrogant. My kid is not your kid, and your kid is not my kid. And me giving you advice, I could give you some like very broad like advice. Like, be nice to your kids, don't be mean.
Right.
That's good advice. Once in a while, be mean. When?
Right,
I don't
right.
know what, you know what I'm saying? Like,
It's true.
it's like, be nice when my kid runs into a 4-lane highway.
Right. It's true.
Or should I be like, again, it's like, so I do give advice for parents that like have kids that are like massive drug addicts and stuff like that. And like, I'll try to do the best I can, but I think that marriage advice is rough. So we gave away all our parenting books. They're
Okay.
gone. They're not in our house.
Why'd you give them away if you thought they were garbage anyway?
Because
Nobody else should have. You should have burned them.
I can't. I love books too much.
Okay.
I can't do it. I
Okay.
could never burn a book. I don't care how bad the book is.
I like that.
Books
Going back to the dark ages, you know, when they burnt all the...
Yeah, I don't. At one time when I was so obsessed with reading. I still am so obsessed with reading.
Yeah?
But I decided I read this big Russian novel. I think it was like, I don't know, like almost 2,000 pages. Like, it's massive.
Wow.
And I thought of this idea that I'm going out. I was like backpacking a lot at that time in my life, and I decided that, you know what, someone was told me maybe, but I decided like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rip off like 100 pages at a time, so I don't have to lug around this massive novel. And
You would tear out pages from the book?
So I'd rip out like 100 pages and have a 100-page book.
No way.
And then I'd go back to my main spot because it was heavy.
So did you like glue them back in?
No, so that at the end, it didn't really register. I was in a weird period of my life, so I didn't think of consequences the same way I do.
Interesting.
But till today, I'm talking this happened when I was 16 years old probably, and I was obsessed with reading. I'm still out, but And I still remember the novel. I can't remember what the name of it is, but one of my big people like ask me like, "What are your big regrets?" My regret is that I ripped a book.
Oh.
Like I can't handle that I ripped a book.
Really?
Books are very precious to me.
Wow.
It's very weird to me, and I think that every evil regime, the first thing they do is that they burnt the library in Alexandria. They burnt all the Jewish books.
Yeah.
Even like they burnt the Rambam's books when they were like. So
I think you're right. Every single, even like in parts of the world that never touched each other, it's always like the first step is burning the books, killing the wise men.
Yeah. That's how they take over.
That's how right. Could be that's a part of it.
I think they also I think also they say like everything you read is wrong. Like they have to like take your beliefs and tell you that they're wrong.
Right.
I don't know. I think this with the Arabs. Like the Arabs kind of liked the Jews for a long period of time. But like they were like convinced that the Jews are bad guys. Now they like shifted.
Right.
They didn't like us, but they liked us more than the other people. They definitely like us more than Christians. Anyway, we're getting completely off topic. Okay, so you made music. So you're saying you're not so inspired by other people's music.
Sometimes I am, if it really like moves me.
Is it Jewish music or is it non-Jewish music?
Usually not Jewish music.
Usually not.
Yeah.
And sometimes it moves you and you get inspiration from that? Or
not inspiration, just like makes me feel good, like to hear something. Like to hear something that's like feels really special. Or feels like really expressive.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like Louis Capaldi is like
I'm trying to picture who Louis Capaldi is. That the guy who talks about his mental health a lot?
Yeah.
I think he got off stage once. Like he couldn't.
Yeah.
That was one of the most touching videos
yeah,
ever.
It's crazy.
That's Louis Capaldi,
yeah.
right? I'm so not in touch.
No, it's all good.
I'm like I'm old. I'm 47 years old. I still think
still young.
Still young. I'm still listening to the old music.
What do you call that 47? You're a midlifer? Is that what it's called?
Is that a midlifer?
I don't know. You tell me. You're 47.
At 40, I think it's midlife.
Midlife.
But it seems like it's like the far end of midlife almost.
Does it?
I'm saying like how
average
long do you
age
live?
Is probably like 79. Right?
Yeah, right. You're
I hear.
I love being.
No, but you'll
old.
be an 120 guy.
I love getting older.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sick.
And I hated being a child tremendously.
Wow.
I thought being a child was the absolute worst thing that could possibly be. I couldn't handle being told what to do, similar to what you were saying. I couldn't stand being a kid. And all I wanted to be was an adult, have responsibilities, and like run my own life.
Interesting.
And I love it.
That's interesting.
I love that I'm an adult.
Wow.
Sometimes I complain because I'm too much responsibilities, but I never think, oh, I wish I was back at that time where I had no responsibilities. I was miserable.
Wow.
Anyway.
I hear you. Also, like, yeah, my so many memories of it as a kid was like, especially in Muncie, is like not being able to like go anywhere when you want to.
Yeah.
Like I wanted a Slurpee and I can't go to 7-Eleven.
Well,
and it's far.
Yeah, Muncie you can't.
You really can't.
I don't know how that has affected the culture of Muncie kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how it would.
Yeah, I mean,
my kids were ranking on Muncie kids the other day.
Is that a bad thing?
Ranking? Yeah, ranking. I'm thinking of a better word, but they were trashing on them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like saying there was a lot of Muncie kids that are like off the derech.
Yeah.
And
it's probably true everywhere, no?
All right, that's what I was saying. I'm like, I think it's going on everywhere, but they were like, nah, there's like you could spot a Muncie kid almost.
I hear that.
I'm not aware.
I could hear that.
Of what it means.
I could hear it. Like you could spot.
Is most of Waterberry Muncie kids? That's the question.
Is most of Waterberry Muncie kids?
You went to Waterberry, no? At some point, I know you connected Rabbi Kalish. I don't know if you went.
I was there for 11th to 12th grade.
So is Muncie and Waterberry? Is a lot of Muncie kids? No.
No, not particularly. Not when I was there. It was not that many Muncie guys in my grade. It was like the same as everywhere else. There were just as many probably like Baltimore kids as Muncie kids.
So I think it's wrong.
Yeah. I don't think
Also, it's not good to say lashon hara on a
to
place.
generalize, right? It's like,
It's not nice.
I hear. You should
But
tell
I-
your kids.
What? I did. I said this is not nice. I'm going to say it on this podcast. No, I'm kidding. I did not think I was going to say it on the
No.
podcast. I'm glad I got you eating almonds, by the way.
Yeah, they're pretty good. What's the deal with them? You think it's like
Okay.
good for your like dopamine or something?
You want me to say it? Okay, guys, almonds. This is the story.
From
I think
Bingo.
I think I said it on another podcast once.
How clean is this table? It's pretty clean, right?
It's not great.
Not great.
I wouldn't. Okay, have another almond. Anyway, so I went to I was going to a therapist, and it was a very bad place. I just was so sad. You want to know the thing? The thing that surprised me the most in my life is that when I got everything, I was still sad. I think that's the there's a Chinese curse. The Chinese curse is you should get everything you ever wanted. That's a Chinese curse. Because as long as we think there's something else to get, we think the reason we're not happy is because we don't have everything. But if you get everything, then there's no reason. It doesn't make any sense.
But you don't have a Lambo though.
I don't want a Lambo.
You don't know. Maybe if you had a Lambo.
Yeah, but I literally have more than I ever dreamed of. Like, much more. That's great. Okay, so...
I'm still on the Lambo though. If you had a Lambo, maybe you'd be complete.
I don't know.
I'm joking. I'm being
Facetious.
annoying. I don't know.
Annoying. Anyway, we went to the therapist. It was a bunch of years ago, and he said, like, maybe you should go on meds. And I like freaked out because I have some very strong opinions on whether you should take meds or not. I could get into a lot of trouble for my opinions, but I'm very close to anti.
You're very
medication.
anti. What about like low dosage, like anxiety?
Low dosage anxiety medication. Listen, I don't like to make blanket statements because again, it's everybody. Everybody's doing their own thing, and some people swear that it really helped them and stuff. I see medication as a fairly decent short-term crutch. Long-term, it's almost always terrible.
Really?
Because you end up dependent on it, and you end up forgetting that there's a lot of work behind it that you have to do. So,
Interesting.
I find, let's say someone is in a place that's they're feeling extra anxious, they're going through a time period. I think that it could probably get them to a baseline again, and make them feel all right, and then you should probably be getting off it, because then what ends up happening is you become dependent on it, and then you need more and more, and you're not focusing on fixing the thing that's breaking it in the first
Got
place.
it.
So as long as you're depending.
So do you not believe in like circumstantial depression?
No, I do believe in that. I don't even want to call that depression, because if you tell me that, like, I just lost my mother and I'm depressed, I don't get it. You're like, I get it. You lost your mother.
Right, you're grieving.
Yeah,
It's not like
it's not. If you tell me a very good reason why you're depressed, and then say I'm depressed, I'm like, you're just living life. We get sad when sad things happen.
You're
We get
experiencing
anxious
the
when
loss
anxious.
or whatever it is.
I mean, like you're studying for the bar exam, and you failed it twice, and you're like, I don't know, maybe I have an anxiety disorder because I'm feeling so anxious.
Got it.
You're studying for the bar exam. You're supposed to feel anxious. There's a huge tiger chasing me, and I'm feeling anxiety. Do I have an anxiety disorder? So what I'm saying is there's normative levels of everything. Like sometimes we have spikes in sadness, spikes in anxiety, spikes in everything, and they make sense. If they don't make sense, that's where it's becoming like an issue. So that's the first thing. Like,
Wow.
you have.
I like what you're saying.
Yeah.
I like it a
So
lot.
the meds, listen, I have found they're way overused, and I think we'd be better off if they pretty much didn't exist, and we all had
Really?
to fight through our problems.
Even for like extreme situations.
So the only time I really think that medication probably is necessary, only because we don't have any other real solutions, is bipolar and schizophrenia. Those are the only times I've
Wow.
seen it as like if you go off your meds, like your life.
I know you have. I already know that you have stark sheetas on certain things.
I do.
I know, like you don't believe in
What do I not believe in?
personality disorders.
Oh, I don't believe in that.
I think you one time told me that.
Yeah, something like that.
Am I
It's
making that up? Should I not say that on air?
I wouldn't say I don't believe in personality disorders per se.
You at least said that you don't necessarily believe in it.
Right. I think that we all have personalities, but the idea that we have problems that are just part of our personality and there's no chance of getting them to go away. I don't believe really that. I've almost never seen it. And on top of that, like let's say take borderline personality disorder, which is like a big one, which is basically this belief that no one will ever love me. Very, very. It's a very intense.
Is that what
belief.
it is? Like deep down, you think?
I'm just giving a very quick summary of it. There's a lot of stuff. The reason they called it borderline is it's that it was the borderline between neurosis and psychosis. So neurosis is like anxiety, moods, issues with anxiety and depression and all this regular stuff. And then there's psychosis where you're like you checked out of reality. So it's somewhere in the middle. That's what they call it, borderline. It's in the middle. They don't know. It's not really psychosis, and it's not really neurosis.
I actually never knew that that's what it meant.
There you go. You learn a new thing every day. Anyway.
I made like an assumption based on the name, but the name doesn't tell you what the problem is.
What was the assumption?
Borderline personality disorder sounds like somebody is just constantly changing between different feelings, like on a dime. That's what it feels. That's what it sounds like to me.
Well, that's part of it, but it's funny that it works out that way. But it's not the reason they call it that. But it is a very chaotic disorder, which is, I think, it's right up there with narcissistic personality disorder. It's a very, very intense personality disorder. I had a professor that believed that it's only complex PTSD, like complex post-traumatic stress disorder, which. I'm supposed to do a music podcast, but we're going into the psychology.
No, I like it.
All right.
I came here to learn something.
So, basically, someone has dealt with enormous amounts of trauma, and this is how they are dealing with it. And basically, they've dealt with it by saying, no one will ever love me, and therefore they push away. I once heard a really cool thing that a narcissist is pretty terrible to everybody around them. But then they do love bombs to pull you back in. I don't know if you ever heard of love bombs. So they do love bombs to pull you back in. So all of a sudden, like people are like in a relationship with a narcissist, they're like, I know he loves me because, I know he put my head through the wall last night, but then he told me he loved me this morning, and he bought me flowers, and he bought me a new car, and he did all these nice things. So you're being gaslit to believe that way. Borderline does hate bombs. They're actually generally pretty loving, and then they throw hate at you so bad that you have to run away.
Wow.
And therefore they're both proving the same thing. You don't love me, leave me. That's what they're both saying, but they're doing it two different ways.
Wow.
Anyway. All right, this episode is sponsored by Wig Guru. If you're a husband, you're listening to this podcast, or you're a woman who covers her hair, you know that one of the most embarrassing things is when your wig starts to slip back and everybody starts seeing your hairline, and it looks very weird. Anyway, for husbands, I know. I always question, am I supposed to be telling my wife or not? Is she going to feel completely self-conscious or not? I think that's the general booger question. Like you have a booger in your nose. Anyway, Wig Guru has fixed all these problems with the best wig grips and wig glue that holds down the lace top wigs. And she has so many different items. There's a big collection. So you go to wig-guru.com. You could order anywhere in the world. And also, for a little extra plug, she happens to be my wife, and she's amazing. If you ever heard about me talking about my wife, she does everything amazing, from my opinion. Anyway, go to wig-guru.com and put in Brainstorm, and you'll get 10% off. Back to the episode.
That's interesting. Is it like a self-sabotage?
It's very much. It's more of like a...
Like, what's like the end result is like
The
ruining
end
their own
result
lives.
is that they're safer. Meaning, if I believe that everybody's out to get me and everybody's there to hurt me and no one loves me, the best thing I could do is build walls that they could never get through.
Got you.
And if they don't get through it, then I will be safe. So it really is about safety. You know, the narcissist is somebody who doesn't feel safe, and therefore they build like this fake life around them. And everything is spectacular and everything. And then if you don't go exactly with their plan, the abuse is coming at you at full speed. But they need to build a life where, you know. Anyway,
Sick.
we're getting moms deep. That's what happens.
I know. It's like a problem, right?
This is what happens every time we talk. That's the truth.
I know. It's true, by the way.
It's true. It's
We
always
could
like
schmooze for like 6 hours, I think, and like think it was like for me, and I feel like it was like 15 minutes.
yeah. Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's a nice compliment.
Yeah.
I really
They're
yeah
easy to talk to.
easy to talk to. So actually let me ask you a question with the not personal to you, but like to like the Waterberry guys. I could say I don't know if it's personal to you or not. I have no idea. But
I was also a dorm counselor there. By
you
the
also
way.
dorm counselor.
Yeah, and I'm
So
like still like, you know, in the mishpacha.
you're still in Shvacha. Awesome.
Yeah.
How much do you think music is necessary for building community?
I don't know. I have no
Because
idea.
I believe that Waterberry is a community. Like the way you said, I'm still in the mishpacha.
Yeah.
You're in the community. When I think of Rabbi Kalish, I think of him as a community builder. I know that sounds
No, it's interesting.
wild because I think of everything in terms of community, but he has taken almost like the non-connected members of our community and created a brand new community which has its own everything. But I believe, and I've been observing that the music was a big part of it. And I don't know, but I'm
That's
asking
interesting.
you,
I don't know.
how much you think it's.
Mamish don't know. I never even thought
He really
about it like that.
supports a lot of the music. I see him
Right,
like
that's
sing
the
a
that's the
song.
side I've supported. I've seen it on. I've never thought of it on the other side. That the music is in some way like serving the yeshiva. I always thought it as like the yeshiva is serving like the souls to create music.
That's so interesting.
Because usually what I'm asked is a little bit different than what
Yeah.
you're asking. I actually have never been asked that.
'Cause I'm
And I
just
get asked
great at
all the
asking
time,
questions.
why is Waterberry so musical? That's something I get all the time.
Okay.
To which there's a spiel, which I have. Everyone, I'm sure, has their own opinions. Some people think that like you know, broken hearts are like more open and like have more music within them, right? So guys that like didn't do well in like the mainstream system ended up going to Waterberry. Maybe those guys were like more. Those guys are like on average be more like artistic to begin with. I don't think that's true. I think probably every single yeshiva, if you inserted Rabbi Kalish, would have more music coming out of it. I think it's very simple, and the reason for that is
I disagree. I think that the people that end up in Waterbury are going to be naturally more. I'll explain it, but they're going to be now. You could continue.
You think so?
But I think they're going to be naturally more attuned to music and art and stuff like that. I'll tell you why. Because the type of people that the community that have a hard time sticking around the regular community is because they're hypersensitive people, meaning, or you could say hyper spiritual people. They're very in touch with, I would say, the inner child is a way to describe it. But they're in that things need to be real. Need to be they need to be real. They need to be genuine for them to be able to accept it. Because there's a lot of BS going on in the world, and most people, if you're not too sensitive, you're like, okay, well the world has BS, it's fine. The really sensitive ones, for whatever purpose and whatever reason they're sensitive, but let's just say that that's how their personality is. They are like, I can't deal with that. I'm not willing to toe the line.
Okay.
I'm not willing. So now those same
totally
people
could be.
are very spiritual people. They're very inner child. So again, the same people would be someone who loves music.
They're more like sensitive to music as well.
The more when I think of music, I think that's like if we, like all these adults trying to kind of kill their inner child, like stop it, stop. But the good part of an inner child is music. The good part, like all music, all art, all things that don't make any sense, they just make our soul sing. Anyway, sorry, I cut you off.
No, I love what you're saying. I think you're definitely swaying me to that side. That it is something in the guys themselves.
Yeah.
Because I always just attributed it to Rabbi Kalish, but I think you're for sure right. It must be. I really appreciate what you're saying. So now I'll re-say what I was saying with what you're saying in it, because I think you're right.
All right.
I think that there is something to maybe I didn't think before. Now I believe that there's something to the guys who are coming in initially, but I also still think that insert Rabbi Kalish into any other high school, more music will come out at least. At least more music will come out of it. I think it's pashut because Rabbi Kalish was like, I'm not like the kind of guy who was like singing with my guitar in the base medrash, or like I was not that guy. I'm like my music was like me and my friends like jamming out, right. Like not in yeshiva, like separate from that, if that makes sense. Rabbi Kalish, I don't even know how like he picked up on it because it wasn't like a thing that I did. But I guess he heard from this guy and from that guy that I was musical. So when I was in like 11th grade, he would just like throw me on a stage with like a ukulele and like make a song for this thing, and like it would usually sound terrible. He always pushed me to do it. He always like thought I had something. He always pushed me. But I think that's generally like the experience with the guys is like he just really wants you to express yourself. Like if you were in Waterberry, he would have had you like getting up every couple of days and like saying something or like sharing some thoughts.
Right.
Like when you were in like 11th grade, and that affects you in a big way, right?
Yeah.
He's like being machshav, like you're like a 12th or 11th grade crackhead's like thoughts. That's the vibe.
Right.
And like nobody else is. Not nobody, but very few people cared what I thought when I was in like 11th grade. Right?
Right. But he said what you think is important, which is awesome.
What do you mean by that?
He actually knew that you had something to say.
I think so, yeah.
And most people don't realize they're just trying to get everybody to toe the line and like, just be good kids.
Yeah. So that's what I always say is the reason that Waterberry has such good music coming out of it. You're saying something like deeper.
No, I wasn't saying what I think. When I think of why Waterberry is so successful, a part of it, I believe, is music. A part of... I remember when I was a kid, I grew up in Shayashiv community, which Rabbi Kalish is connected to.
Oh, nice.
He had some time in Shayashiv, and I think he's very inspired by Shayashiv. I think
Cool.
he's told me that. So, yeah, put the mic a little closer to you. I think my mic's going to end up sounding much louder than yours. Anyway, so...
could you adjust it?
When I was a kid, music was such a big part of the community. There was a lot of singing. There was a lot of... we had beautiful musicians coming out of there. The singing at a... I don't think there's a better like Rosh Hashanah davening in America than Shayashiv. It probably is still true. But I'm talking about like stunning singing, everybody doing harmonies. When I was a kid, we were doing like Mizmor with David with 4 different harmonies, like as a kid. Like we were just doing it. It wasn't, there was no choir. It would just be like, you'd be excited to be like doing that part. And he would like, I don't remember if the leader was musical. I don't remember if Rabbi Freifeld was musical, but I do know that everybody was like inspired to do their music.
Wow.
I also know, I don't know if it's music, but definitely like Lubavitcher Rebbe, like Shais Taub just said this idea, like Lubavitcher Rebbe's whole life was to build leaders, to build people that are expressing their own power in the world. He wasn't trying to be the leader. He was trying to build it. So I see that with Rabbi Kalish. And the way he does it with music, I just think that music brings a community together. That's
could totally be. It's interesting. I wonder if he views it that way. Like I always just feel like he's just in my head he always just wants guys to express, and therefore there's music. That's like always my like feeling there.
Yeah.
He just wants me to like he just wants guys to like shine, you know? So he just throws you up there. or he tells you to write a song or whatever.
I mean, as an outside observer, that's what I think is happening.
There's also like a lot of like athletes coming out of Waterberry, like very athletic guys. Like,
Yeah?
I mean, I don't know if it's not as much of a stereotype, but like,
No.
but it's like a thing that they're very machshiv, like sports for sure. Not on the same level, I think, just because music has that more like, I guess it's more in public, right? But there's something there. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Well, I will tell you that there is a reason for that stereotype. There's a lot of music coming out of Waterberry.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's crazy.
There's a lot of music coming out of Waterberry.
It's crazy.
And you started then, like in
like 11th
around that
grade.
time. Were you playing music before that? Like,
I was playing music my whole life in some way or another, but then in Waterberry, I met some other like musical friends, and it was like we jammed a lot. It was like that type, but it was never serious. It was just fun. And then I continued. I never like took music seriously. I still try not to.
what does that mean?
It means like I'm not like methodical. I don't really know what I'm doing. Like even production wise, like there's guys who like know like how many hertz, and like I don't even know what hertz means. The word hertz, like as like a music term, I don't know what that means.
It's named after somebody.
Is it?
We should Jamie, pull that up. Sorry,
Oh yeah.
Joe Rogan has a Jamie. We
Yeah,
do not have a Jamie.
They pull up the thing on the screen. I know what you're talking about.
I'm sorry. We're asking ChatGPT.
What hertz comes out? You could just Google it. I think Gemini will. Something, right?
Where does the word hertz from music come from? I guess ChatGPT. We'll see. Hold on. It wrote it wrong. No. How do you spell hertz?
HERTZ, I think.
So like
I'm not even confident with that spelling.
HERTZ. Ah, you meant hertz, because it was telling me what it was. All this pain. The word hertz is the unit of frequency used in music, physics, and engineering. 1 second.
So like the second I hear
Origin
those words,
of the word
my brain
hertz,
is
named
like,
after Heinrich Rudolf Hertz.
Wow.
1857 to
is he a Yid?
1894.
It's such a Jewish
German
name.
physicist. Should we ask if he's Jewish?
Yeah. Sounds Jewish, but maybe Hertz is just German and therefore it's also Jewish, right? Like,
Was Heinrich Hertz Jewish? I love ChatGPT. It's okay. We don't need a Jamie. Heinrich Hertz, was he Jewish? He was not Jewish,
scam.
but he was born in Hamburg. Anyway,
Okay.
that's what Hertz are.
Was he a Nazi?
I still don't know what Hertz are, but it's named after Heinrich Hertz.
Heinrich Hertz is
No,
either
he's
like an
1850s.
Ehrliche Yid or he was a Nazi.
He didn't have.
Okay, 1850s.
It
No
was before
shaykhs.
the Nazis.
Right, it was when they loved us.
This is pre the Nazis.
So, yeah, I don't know Hertz. I don't know Heinrich personally. Like, I'm not one of these guys, you know?
Right.
Like, I don't know how to explain. Like, there's like people who know like the frequencies and the blah. Like, to me, it's like very simple. Like, I play something, and if it sounds good, I'll record it. And after I record it, if it sounds good, that's what I'll use. And if it doesn't, then I'll re-record it in some other way. Move the guitar a little, turn a knob a little bit, right? I know a little bit, like, just from doing it, but I don't really know. That's like, does that make sense?
Yeah, but it sounds like in order to take music, you have to seriously. Then you have to know that.
I'm saying that, well, no, but I don't take it seriously. And I think that a part of my not taking it seriously in a way is that I haven't like read books or like watched videos about it. I'm more like guessing.
Right.
I would say it's not taking it so seriously, wouldn't you? If you're like a serious hiker, you
No, I
buy
would
like
tell
the
you
right
this.
boots and you get the right thing and you have the pocket knife and the right.
That you don't like. You're an experiential learner.
Yeah, totally.
So I hand you a book. You hand me a book. I'm gonna go nuts.
I'm an experiential guy, by the way. Like the almonds, you bring out almonds, I'll eat them. Like it's
I
very.
didn't finish the almond story, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I'll get to it. 1 second. But what I'm saying is, I think it's funny what you're saying, because here you are producing beautiful music, writing music for very popular musicians, as far as I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely Mordechai Shapiro, right? You write a lot
Yeah,
of
we
it.
have Zusha by me a lot, and
Right. So you're
Yeah.
writing music for the couple of Bosches I saw. What's his name? Bosch.
Rami, yeah, he's great. He's my boy.
Fantastic. First of all, saxophone's awesome.
Oh, he's so cool.
Anyway, what I'm saying is,
He also wears like
maybe
a
I'm
hat.
psychoanalyzing you, but what I'm saying is that I have found that everybody great at something is terrible at a million other things. Meaning, like, you can't really be great at something unless, I mean, I know in my own work, I'm very, very good at some parts of the work and then absolutely terrible at other parts.
Interesting.
And for a long time, I really stressed about those other parts. And in the last, I don't know, close to a decade, I just said, I'm not good at them. If I could find it in my budget, I'll hire someone to do that part.
Wow.
But I know that I could be a superstar in this part. And it used to be a big question of mine, like, do I work on the things I'm bad at or do I work on the things I'm good at? And I came up with, I enjoy working on the things I'm good at much more.
Yeah.
And so that means I'm not good at doing, even in my marriage, like I don't do our bills.
Nice.
I don't do our bills. Now, it's not that I can't do our bills. Well, my wife might say I can't do my bills, but to me, doing bills is like scratching like a chalkboard. Like I'm like, don't make me do this. So luckily, my wife took it on, and she reminds me sometimes, like, you know, be grateful, and I'm very grateful because it's like wild. But I'm just not good at it. But at work, there are so many things that even my staff is always laughing at me because I'm like, I'm not doing that. You do that,
Right.
And then they're like, but you're. I'm like, I don't care. Do it. If you do it bad, I don't care. Just do it because I can't do it. So what I'm saying to you is that it's you take music seriously. It's your whole life.
Right.
I don't know why I'm trying to convince you this.
No,
I just think you do take music seriously, and you're like, well, yeah, but I don't read books on it or
I don't know,
analyze
but
it.
it's like there's
You're
a certain
experiential.
level.
You're like, this sounds great. It's from
Right.
my heart. It's out there.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know. I take it seriously, I guess, in a sense that like my whole life is in a lot of ways invested in music, but and like the life of my family and everybody. But I don't know how to explain. It's like, to me, like I don't want to take it seriously. That's like a part of it also. Like I don't want to ever like be like, I don't want to be serious about music. Music is like love and great and good vibes. I just love music. I love doing it. And it's like,
What happens if you're serious about it?
if I'm serious, I think serious means like you're learning. I think serious means you're learning like deliberately, like a normal person. Like Heinrich Hertz learned about about the frequencies and the decibels. He wouldn't have been Heinrich Hertz if he didn't.
I would bet that the people that study music are studio musicians. And the people that just love it, and I would bet that Kurt Cobain didn't know much more than a couple of chords.
I would agree with you.
Sang it with his heart, and then he had people in the background that were like, well, listen, you need to get a little close to the mic and do like this, and you want to go up a little there, and the tech. I feel like there's like musical accountants
You're for sure right.
in the background.
You're 100% right.
It's funny that you're saying that. That's like somehow that's.
So I have
serious.
an engineer. I have an engineer I work with.
Right.
So you're right. And he does all the technical stuff, and he's amazing.
And he's fine being an engineer, loves being an engineer, geeks out on all the geeky stuff.
I'm sure, yeah.
And you're like, I don't take music seriously. To me, like, you're making music. But I think there's something you're saying. It's like, if you are serious about something, it becomes less fun.
Totally.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, no, I think that's the case. I would say like Benny Blanco. You know who that is?
No.
He's big, like in the bigger music industries, in the non-Jewish music industries. He is Jewish, happens to be, but he's a big like producer and songwriter. I don't think he takes music seriously. He's just chilling. The guy's always like barefoot, you know, comes in like flip flops. Like that's like his vibe.
And he
has
plays
a big Jew fro, you know.
And he plays gorgeous.
It's
What
not
does he
even
do?
that. He just has good sensibility. Like if you play something, he'll tell you, "Oh, that's really good. That's not so good. Oh, change the lyric to this." But just like a feeling thing. It's not like methodical. To me,
Right.
serious is like methodical. I don't know. It's just semantics, I guess. We're defining serious as different
No,
things.
I'm relating to what you're saying.
I don't know the
because-
strings on the guitar.
What do you mean?
Now I do, but I used, like a few months ago, I was with this guy, Mark Claver, and I was like, what are the strings supposed to be? And like, because I was like tuning my guitar, was like very out of tune. And I'm like, what are the strings like supposed to be like on the tuner? He couldn't, like, he was cracking up. He's like, you don't know the strings on the guitar? Like, I've been doing this for a few years now, you know? Like, I have no clue, truly. Like, now I do. He told me, Eddie ate dynamite. Goodbye, Eddie. That's what he said it is. EADGBE. I have to think about the acronym.
You have to think about it.
Yeah.
What is it? Eddie, say again?
Eddie ate dynamite. Goodbye, Eddie.
Oh, goodbye, Eddie.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good one.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to tell you something. I know so little that I've been trying to figure out that how there's an E on top and an E on bottom,
Yeah,
and they
it's
sound
confusing.
totally different.
Yeah.
So is
It's
that
the same note, though. You
starting
don't
the
hear it?
next?
It's the same note, just an octave higher.
That's what it is? I can't hear it. My brain cannot hear that that's the
There's
same
only
note.
A through G, right? So what is that? 7 notes and then sharps,
7.
and then some sharps. So 1, 2.
And then
3,
you're
4,
on the
5.
next scale. Yeah.
So 12. So there's 12 notes, right? I think.
Right.
And then that's it. So each octave has the same 12 notes repeating. So this is just the same note on the next octave.
But I ask you a question: is that really true, or are those the only ones we've recognized?
No, that's true, 100%.
Like,
There's
are there
nothing in
other
between.
cultures that are like there are 10 notes?
No, I don't think so. Because think about it. Da, na, 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 na. And then if you go, da, you're back on the next.
I mean, I know the
You're
song.
back on the next.
Do, re, mi, fa,
Yeah.
sol, la, ti, do.
Exactly.
Sorry. I don't know if I did that right.
No, you're close.
Sound of music, bro.
Yeah, no, yeah, of course.
Do, a deer, a female deer.
Ray, a drop of golden sun. Yeah, it's so good. Sound of music.
Wait, let me finish the almond story.
Oh yeah, please.
So I go to the psychologist, the therapist.
Wait, so what's the? Sorry, I
Yeah.
really want to hear the end of the story, but I'm just noticing as a podcaster, I feel
Yeah.
like you're good at like going between conversations without being like, oh, what were we just talking about, or like, right?
Well, my podcasting is because I've been a therapist for so long. So like,
Oh my gosh, easy segue.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I could either, as a therapist, you could either just kind of say one word and prompt someone to go off again for another 10 minutes, or have a straight conversation. I mean, I've been having 1 hour conversations with people for 20 years.
That's interesting.
So I know that podcast is very, very different, especially because in my podcast, I talk about my own stuff. With therapy, you don't talk about your own stuff as much unless it's necessary, which is a whole different discussion. But
I've heard about this. There's different mahalchim, right?
yeah.
What do you hold?
What do I hold? I hold the best advice I ever got from a professor was in graduate school was learn everything and then forget it all and recognize the person in front of you. So that
That's
was
really
the best
cool.
advice. I mean, I gotta learn everything in every way and every approach, and there are definitely times where you shouldn't disclose. And over disclosing is a bad idea. And then there's sometimes this thing's called use of self, which, for example, I met someone today who was very, very depressed. And he was looking at me like, ugh, another therapist, blah, blah, blah. And I realized that I have to just tell him, depression's my issue. Like, because I wasn't doing therapy, but even in therapy, I'll be like, depression's my issue. And this is what my experience was like. And they look at me and they're like, wait, this is a person his next question was, are you functional? And I'm like, I'm very functional, living a very decent life. But it doesn't mean depression is not part of my life. It's a very big part of my life. So it's a really big part of my life. But I actually...
It's crazy that you say that. Like, on
What?
a podcast.
On a
with
podcast.
Cameras.
Yeah, right. To everybody. I actually have in my house, like if I have a lot of like buildup of depression, like I actually have depression day, which I like officially, like if I'm starting to feel depression come on, so I'll say okay, like wait off till Sunday, and then Sunday morning I'll go out and I will get everything done. I get my chores done and whatever I need to done, the family, blah 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 blah. And my kids are old enough I could do this, and then I'll just take my clothes off, hop back in bed, turn on Netflix. We're gonna be depressed. Sometimes
No
my
way.
kids will join me. Depression day. They know it. I mean,
you
my
for
kids
real?
are dead serious. I'm like, listen, there's a part of me that needs to be depressed, needs to be sad, whatever. For for whatever reason. I'm acknowledging it and respecting it. I don't know anybody else who suggested this idea to people, but it's something I recognize in my life that it's pretty nice to have a day where I don't know if it's a full day. Sometimes it's a full day. I have finished entire seasons of shows on a Sunday afternoon.
Wow.
That's not a time when people should be finishing
it's
season
terrible.
of a show. But, my kids are old enough that I could probably pull it. I couldn't do that when they were younger. But so I'm telling this guy, depression is my issue. Like, I know what you're talking about. It's not something that is foreign to me. And just saying that was able for him to look at it a different way. Because he was really spending a lot of time blaming himself for his depression, hating himself for his depression. And he was like, I have no reason. I mean, I can't come up with a good reason for being depressed. That's who I am. I'm sure there are reasons. There are reasons. There's always reasons. Anyway, I went to this therapist and I
told you to take medication. He said,
don't.
I'm not taking medication.
Heck no. I'm not taking medication.
But I will eat almonds.
Right. But then I went online and I was like, are there anything natural is there anything natural that actually helps with sadness, depression, and all that stuff, the stuff I was going through? And what kept coming up was almonds.
I don't believe you.
I'm not kidding. Go, everybody listening, go look it up.
Jeremy? What's his name? Jamie?
Jamie? Pull it up. Pull it up, Jamie. Now, it could be wrong, but I could tell you that I go every day. I take usually I would take a handful of almonds. And
these make you feel good?
I don't know.
You don't know. You're just doing it.
I'm just doing it because
placebo at this point.
It's probably placebo.
Okay.
It hasn't hurt, and I'm like, if it helps a little, I'll do it. Almonds are very healthy. So
are they?
Yeah, they're very healthy food. I actually used to have an almond tree outside. I had like a camping area, and there was an almond tree there, which was kind of cool because almonds.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, very cool.
The almond trees, aren't they like pink and then white?
I don't actually remember. This is when I was like 16 years old, like 17 years old, very young. But anyway, that's the almond story.
Nice, bro. I like it.
You don't perform in front of like big crowds. I
haven't done it a lot.
You're really like more of a producer.
Mm-hmm.
You're producing a lot of music.
So I'm in a situation where whenever I lean very strongly into something, Hashem pulls me to the other thing that I wasn't leaning towards. That's how it's been.
What does that mean?
It means that I decided, like, let's say a year ago, just over a year ago, actually. Nissan ER Stephen Thomas, Nissan ER Stephen Thomas of L. Okay, a year and a bit ago.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna go into the production thing. This guy will just pay me for a song. I can just give it to him. Songwriting / production. I was seeing a little bit of success there, so I started leaning into that. I was like, I'm just gonna produce and write for people. I don't even like want to be like putting out music so much. And then out of nowhere, like I think I'm trying to remember if out of nowhere, like Nissan Black, we had spoken in the past, just like Stam. He's really nice and like gives a lot of love for my music, which is so nice of him. Makes me feel great because he's awesome.
Right.
And I sent him a song. Like, what do you think? He was like, I would love to do a verse on this. So then I was like, okay, I guess God like wants me to be an artist. And then I'm like, I started like falling back out of it. And then I sent a song to Mordechai Shapiro, and he was like, oh, I really like that song. It was the LL one. And then, so it's like, I don't know how to explain, but like whenever I'm like, oh, I'm just going to like write or produce, then God's like, no, you're an artist. Now, whenever I'm like, okay, I'm going to be an artist, then God sends me like more production clients. And I'm just like, this is really trippy. And right now, I'm very swamped with production clients, which is really nice. And then I love doing it. It feels really good to help other people create art. It's like a really unique experience, and I love it. It feels really cool to do. Like to help somebody else like create like their, like me, when you make a song, it's like your baby, you know? So it's like to help somebody like create something like really special to them is like very special to me. So I love producing and writing for people and with people. And I've been leaning a lot into that. But then, like, let's say the last 2 weeks, I was like, okay, I need to focus on my EKEV stuff. I need to make more music. Like, so now I've been the last that's why I told you called me on the perfect day.
Right.
I the last 2 days, I've been like, just not like I haven't had clients the last like 2 days. Yeah. Just yesterday and today. And I think I also left tomorrow. I don't remember. It's in a calendar for a reason. I don't remember like what day I have what, but I left a few days open. I left like a nice little pocket of days open to like work on my own stuff. Cause it's like recently I was like leaning much more into the production and writing. And then I did this like really cool gig, you know, internationally, which was like really nice. Got flown out to like Prague to sing.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. And I met like Shmuel there. You know Shmuel, the Israeli guy? Yeah, and he's awesome.
Wow.
He's my friend now. He's really nice.
He's your friend.
Yeah.
Wasn't he one of the guys who like sold out Madison Square?
That was Isha Rebo.
But he did it with another guy. Oh, it was Akiva
maybe. But
Okay.
Shmuel's going to be performing with
Shmuel.
Ishai. Shmuel and Zusha are going to be performing with Ishai tomorrow, is it? Thursday?
Oh yeah, Thursday
At
night they're
Bethel
having
Woods.
a big show,
Mm-hmm.
which I could have went to. It's up in Bethel Woods.
Yeah.
You're gonna be there?
No.
You don't go to the other shows.
I don't go to shows, no. I'm not. I enjoy them in like a certain situation, but it's like, I mean, I asked you to pick me up today. I don't like I don't like driving places. Like I'll do it a lot of times, and I have to do it a lot of times. And I think therefore, like when I don't have to do it, I'm happy to like. I'm not like voluntarily like driving everywhere and like right. Sometimes I have to go to the city or to here or there, whatever, especially gigs and stuff like that.
Right. Well, you're gonna have to get rich enough to get a driver.
Even
what you
so,
gotta do.
I don't like traveling.
You don't like traveling.
No.
Well, I want to tell you something that very few people know is that I don't have a lot of anxiety.
No.
No, not it doesn't. It's not a very large amount of anxiety, but only place I have panic attacks is at concerts, specifically concerts. My theory is I'm a big empath. I'm always sucking up people's emotions, and I feel like I'm completely overwhelmed when everybody's feeling all these intense emotions with the music going, and I literally almost feel like I have to get out of every single concert.
You like bug out?
I bug out. I can't handle it at all. Live music is rough for me. Such a weird thing, right? I don't know if that's a thing.
No.
But that's
Makes a lot of sense.
I got completely overwhelmed.
You get like claustrophobic?
No, it's just people. Like I'm always feeling everybody's emotions around me. It's like very, very intense. Like I meet someone and I know what they're feeling. Like almost.
Do you
immediately.
really?
Yeah, it's very, very powerful. Like I'm feeling it.
What am I feeling?
Now you're feeling pretty relaxed.
I don't even know what I'm feeling. I am feeling pretty relaxed.
Yeah, you got very relaxed. I don't know.
You should have like a podcast.
A pre-podcast. Get people. I will tell you, if I would listen to my podcast, I think I would skip the first 20 minutes of every single episode.
I hear that.
Joe Rogan has a way that he like gets people ready, which I would love to do.
Maybe he does like tequila before.
I think they have a shot. They take a walk. He shows them around. They schmooze about a couple of things.
You should have showed me
I
around.
don't have time. It's like to show you around.
Should have showed me around Muncie, beautiful Muncie.
He's got like a warehouse with a gym, and he probably does ice baths with them.
That's geschmack.
See, that's the thing. When you were saying I don't take music seriously, I actually was relating because I'm trying this podcast. I make no money off of it, and I like almost did that on purpose because I feel like if I turn it into a job, I won't like it anymore. So I think that's a little bit what you were saying.
Totally.
Because I wanted to like keep this like just pure conversations. Now I am feeling very drawn to like, why shouldn't I make some money off it? Like I you know, even just
what would you do? Get some sponsors? Is that
I get sponsors. I do have like a sponsor or two now, but like I'm not really getting any real money from it. But I could go out and
brought to you by Polar.
Yeah, by Polar.
Ice cold. Ruby red grapefruit. Yum.
Well, my wife has a business, and I told her she's got sponsorships in my thing. So I put an ad out for her.
What does she have to pay for it though?
she does my taxes.
Okay, that's legit. Taxes is rough.
She does all the paperwork. I was trying to tell you, she does all the bills.
That's awesome. That's a big hookup.
She actually does every single thing that makes me happy in my entire life.
Wow.
So for that, I'll give her an ad.
That's pretty cool.
She's the greatest thing that ever lived. So wow.
you're such a sweetie.
I'm a sweetie. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just trying to live authentically, bro.
Sick.
She's very nice. They're off on vacation.
Nice.
I was telling you, my wife and my daughters are. It sounded like my daughters were young because my daughters are almost your age. Like,
right, they're literally my age. I'm like thinking like when you're like my daughters, I'm thinking like 2-year-old and a 4-year-old all went to Florida. It sounds like a horrible trip.
Yeah,
she's basically
they're having
changing
a blast.
diapers.
They're having a great time.
Because that's what I think. Like bringing my kids to Florida would be a lot of diapers.
Yeah.
You know?
I will tell you the best way to go to Florida with little kids is Orlando. And not because of the parks, because you get those houses with the pool in the back. And all you got to do is one little activity every day. And then you back in the house and you're eating food and
it's not like that.
That's the best trip.
You're talking about that's even like 5 or 6-year-olds.
Yeah, you have like babies.
Yeah.
It's
more like one trip a day to Walmart is like a big trip.
People ask me if I like miss that time period, and I don't think I do. No.
The little kids are so cute.
They're very, very cute. I like when kids start like really schmoozing with you.
Yeah,
so maybe like 4 or 5 years old is like when they start having like these amazing. No, like these. You at 4 or 5 you're having so like deep conversations.
One is really
you're like
yummy.
Mom, just talking. Especially my kids, they're very smart kids.
Yeah.
So like you're having like intense, great conversations with them, like
that's
pretty
cool.
young.
That's cool.
So that's what I think when I really start. But the whole diapers running around, it was intense. Anyway, we're going in a million different directions.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, let me ask you the question I ask everybody on the podcast.
No, I don't want it.
It's everybody, but everybody has a different answer. I like having one thing said.
What's the thing?
Why are you knocking me, bro?
What's
All right, you ready? The question is the rooftop question. You're on top of a rooftop and you're yelling something to the whole world. The whole world like needs to hear this thing, and you just want to yell it to the world. What do you want to yell to the world?
I'm gonna do a quick pass.
What do you
pass? Go. Don't collect $200.
No.
Yeah.
You have to answer the question.
I don't
You're
have
on
an
my
answer.
podcast.
I don't have an
It could
answer.
be funny. It could be whatever you want.
I don't have an answer.
Seriously? Think about it for 1 second.
I don't have an answer.
What?
No.
You want the world to know something.
No, I don't. I'm
What?
good. I'm good.
You said things in this podcast that would be appropriate answers to this question.
I have missions of my own, but I don't need everyone to like know like a specific thing.
Okay.
Is that annoying? Are you like? Do you feel like you have an itch
I'm
that
ready
you
to
can't
fight.
scratch?
I'm ready to fight you, bro.
I'll fight you,
I'll
dude.
fight you
I'll fight
now.
you. I'm bigger than you, bro.
All right, fine. I'm not gonna fight you.
You
I'm a
probably know
peaceful
like
guy.
MMA. I'm sure you do.
It's possible. Nah, I did martial arts a long time ago, but it was
You know
very
MMA,
long.
but I'm bigger than you.
Yeah.
How does that work? How does that pan out?
I don't think we're gonna really fight.
No.
Although my son Gav started saying things like every time someone says something at the table that like that I would disagree with, he's like, "You should fight with fists."
Nice.
He's my 17-year-old. He's amazing.
Nice.
And I keep every time someone's saying something different to me,
Like, I'm gonna
I hear
fight
his
you.
voice going, "I should fight him with fists."
Okay, I hear
It's
it.
very specific.
No grappling, like real like contact.
No, with fists.
Yeah.
No, we're not gonna fight, but you got nothing. You're gonna
Okay.
pass.
No, okay.
Can I
wait.
tell you the best one I heard?
Yeah, please.
It was
Give me
not
some
deep
examples.
at all. A.B. Rottenberg.
Oh man.
Do you believe I had a podcast
Oh
with A.B.
man,
Rottenberg?
you're bringing up the goat. Okay.
He is the GOAT, right?
Yeah, totally.
He is the GOAT. Okay. A.B. Rottenberg said, I said, what do you say on a rooftop? He's like, get me down. I'm terrified of heights.
That's great.
Just like on the
Dang.
spot.
I wish I would have thought of that.
Still the best answer I've gotten,
That's
even though
amazing.
there's been a lot of great answers.
Oh man. What do I got? I got nothing. I'm telling you, I'm not thought out. Like my brain is like a cavern, an empty
Well,
cavern.
your songs are very deep, man. You're saying ideas. You are yelling from rooftops. You just want to make pretend you're not.
Yeah, that's facts, by the
You
way.
are yelling from the rooftop, making a song that gets, I don't know, it's probably getting zillions of views on Spotify or
3
whatever.
zillion, easy.
3 zillion, easy.
Sometimes a gajillion.
Okay, a gajillion views.
Sometimes.
That's a rooftop, bro.
Yeah.
And songs are sneaky. We say words, it doesn't sneak in. But a song, you're like, what just hit me? I don't even know what happened.
I feel like you're like I feel like you're like like attacking me a little bit.
Yeah?
Like secretly, because you're like saying something to me, but like in the form of like it being like a joking conversation about like the rooftop thing. You know what I mean? Because
What
you're
am I
right.
saying?
No, because you're really touching on something very true, which is like I would never, not never, but almost never say something. Even that, I can't say never, like without stopping myself. I don't want to be like I don't want to like ever have anything like set in stone. But then I have these songs out there which are so set in stone and they're all out there for the world. And anyone, right, just having a download of it is like something that I said once upon a time, literally set in stone. Like it's there forever and it is what it is, right?
Right.
And I can never unsay that thing, but I would never like make a statement like that. But then in songs, you could like do it in a way that's like expression of and it could almost be like a snapshot of like a moment in my life. And that justifies the fact that I'm like making that statement. Does that make sense?
It makes sense, but I think there's a theme on this podcast with you, which I'm realizing right now, is that you are already what you're trying not to be.
Which is what?
You're taking your music seriously. You're saying big statements. You made a career out of something that's lovely.
Thank you.
And you're like, this is still a hobby, bro. Like, I'm still chilling. I think I'm
still chilling in the Waterberry dorms.
Right. So what I see is that it ain't so bad that you're all those things. And you're not realizing it. You're like, don't be those things. But those things are awesome. Meaning, like, there's a part of you that's an adult that wants great things to happen in this world. And you're doing it, but you're trying to like make pretend it's not happening. Because you're scared it's gonna suck you up and swallow you.
Yeah.
Which it does to a lot of people, I think.
Yeah.
But I think what you're doing is awesome, and I think that you need to go bravely into like, you know what? I do take this freaking seriously. And you know what? I'm having a blast anyway. Like it's a serious blast.
Interesting.
Some people like work hard, play hard. You could like do both at once. You could work, play hard.
Interesting.
I don't know. I may be wrong. I just think that, you know what? It's good not to take yourself so seriously. It is.
I think so.
But I don't think you have to be scared of great success. You don't have to be afraid of it because you could really impact a tremendous amount of lives with it, and you shouldn't be afraid of it. That's what I think. I don't know. I may be talking.
I hear you.
I love that you were like trying to like figure out if you could beat me up or not. Like you were like, I think that's a thing that all men do is they kind of like,
yeah, totally.
Like you think if we
first
like,
thing I think
like
when I see someone is can I beat him up?
Yeah, like could I?
If it came to
you
like
see, like
fists,
a sneaky guy.
Yeah.
If he's
gonna,
Asian, you're
stab
like
me in
maybe
the middle
he
of the
secretly
fight.
knows Taekwondo or something.
Dude, I think that all the time. When I'm like in the street, I'm like, that guy, if he rushed me right now, am I good? And then it's like, but maybe he knows some crazy martial art.
Yeah. No, they screwed us up with this. Like you have like everybody doing like the MMA stuff. So like you have this like skinny looking businessman. He's like 45 years old, but this guy's rolling for 16 years. He's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
It's really true.
And he could rip your head off.
It's not good. I don't like that that's the case.
It's not fair.
I like back in the day when it was like sticks and stones.
Right.
Back when I was
He's
a kid,
really big. Don't mess with that guy.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it feels.
Right. Well, it's not true anymore.
It's not.
Well, I did like. It was kind of fun. It felt like you're like.
We're back to like being like 15.
You're like, do I think I could take him? I think I could take him.
Yeah.
That should
I
be
don't think I
another
could take you. I
segment on
think
my podcast.
I think you. I know. I'm very confident that you know MMA.
I have dad strong. No, I only studied Shotokan. Shotokan is a martial art. It's a terrible martial art. I think it's one of the worst. But it was the only all-male class. So I had to study that. It's not bad, but it's not great.
Okay.
Like, you put a Shotokan guy up against anybody who's doing MMA, he'd get destroyed.
Really?
Yeah, it's very linear and boring. It's a very boring art.
Interesting.
Not to knock it completely. There are probably people out there that are very excited about Shotokan.
Yeah, you're gonna get beaten up by a
The guy who
Shotokan
created it was
expert.
named guy named Funakoshi. Fascinating guy. I had his autobiography, and he had this thing. I think about this all the time. So I'll tell you this thing. And he was born very sickly. They thought he was gonna die.
No way.
So he like first couple years of his life, he was like very sickly, and he made it through. And they put him into like learning karate like early, so that like he could work on himself. Anyway, he was like 20 years old or something like that, and he was now fit and all that. And then there was a monsoon because he's in Japan, so there's a monsoon coming through, like crazy monsoon, and he stood on the roof of his house, braced in a Shotokan stance the whole night through this crazy hurricane, tornado type monsoon because he fought the storm. He was getting in touch with his chi and like being able to like fight the storm. And once in a while, like when there's some crazy days out there, I'm just like imagine I'm this little 5-foot Japanese guy who created his own martial art and like standing up there. He beat every odds. He beat being sick. He beat everything. And he's sitting on the roof by himself and just like, bring it, bro. I got this.
That's pretty cool.
Sometimes I feel like that.
That's a cool concept.
And there's a Joe D. Messina song. You ever listen to Country?
No.
Called Bring On the Rain, which goes along. Meaning that song's playing and Funakoshi's
You
in
play
there.
guitar.
No.
Why don't you sing Bring On the Rain?
Bring On the Rain? I don't know how to sing it. I can't sing or do anything, but it's a great song.
Okay.
You should listen to Bring On the Rain. And the chorus is Bring On the Rain. I'm thirsty anyway, so bring on the rain.
That's cool. I like that.
I just like there's a lot more because it's like talking about how like I can handle whatever you throw at me.
That's really cool.
Anyway, okay, I gotta go.
Okay. You have a pool party.
What? I got a pool party planned. Dude, this was so awesome.
Yeah, so
Last
fun.
minute. I'm gonna try to get it out for Shabas Nachamu because that's the whole plan of this whole thing.
Nice.
And I'm really, really excited you're skipping the line. And
Sick.
I feel like we could talk for another 10 hours.
I know, by the way. That's what I was trying to tell
How
you.
long you think it was? Do you know? Because you like know the time? Because you said before it goes quick.
I saw the time, so like
you
I
saw the
know it's
time.
like I think it's over an hour, right?
Yeah.
How long?
It's like almost an hour and a half. It looks
That's
like.
crazy. It didn't feel like that.
I know. I feel like there's a lot more to talk about.
Yeah, I know. We're not even like.
I always
there.
feel like this. Every time we sit down, it's like
Is it always like this with your podcasts?
my podcasts go on. They go on.
They go on for hours.
Because you get is like a flow state
I know.
that you hit around a half hour in where it's like we could just keep going.
Dude, music is the same thing. The first half hour is like just schmoozing, chilling, and if you try to make music in that half hour,
Nothing.
very hard.
And then you gotta like find each other's groove, and then it's so cool that there's so many things. I'd love to come and see you like make music. Maybe I
Yeah.
could do that one day.
For a price.
Yeah.
Your
Anyway,
soul.
I'm letting you get away with the rooftop question.
Yeah.
You get to get away with
Is
it.
this the first time you didn't get an answer?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you've not gotten answers.
I think one other person, but I'm not remembering.
Then I almost want to give you an answer. You know what I mean? I just don't have one.
Yeah, I think. Well, also A.B. Rottenberg's answer was not an answer.
But that's great. That's
was-
like he
it was
hacked the
quick.
system.
He hacked the system.
He won.
He
He beat the game.
I didn't see it coming. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
What an amazing thing to meet like your like childhood hero.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That's
It's
pretty
funny
cool.
because people keep asking me like, who do you like? I'm thinking about my childhood heroes. I can't think of like who they are. I don't know. Who's my childhood
hero.
heroes?
Yours was Hulk Hogan.
Hulk
The
Hogan
Undertaker.
died. It was
Yeah.
so sad. No. I maybe it'll be like TV shows. You know, Bill Cosby. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Snap.
That was terrible. Not Bill Cosby.
Oh my gosh. Who else? Who else is
I don't know. Okay, we're stopping.
Harvey Weinstein?
Thank you.
Harvey Weinstein.
It's
Why do
not-
we have to end it on this note?
That's a terrible note. I want to tell you something. This year, I'll end it on this note. Or not, because we may just keep going. this year I was a mourning year. My mother passed away a year ago, so I
so
just
sorry to hear
finished
that. I
the
didn't
year.
know that.
Yeah,
Rough.
and it it was a really tough year. So this 3 weeks, like it was kind of like a microcosm. Like I kind of understood mourning for the first time. Like
Wow.
I really didn't get it, and I'm like excited for Shabas Nachamu.
Wow.
Like I'm excited to sing and dance. Like I probably won't do it in public because I get nervous, but
Okay.
I will. I'm actually going to a weekend, and there'll be the meaningful weekend. Nachi Gordon's making a weekend. I don't
No
know.
way. He literally just texted me like this second.
No way.
I'm serious.
What did he say?
I don't even know, but look, Nachi Gordon.
What did
He
he
just
just
texted.
text you? Say you're in a
It's from
podcast.
Shemayim.
You're on a podcast right now
I know.
with Sonny Promo. Say that right now. No?
I should tell him that.
Just do voice note
Really
right now.
putting me on the spot.
Yeah. Do it. I love Nachi.
I can't do it.
He's been on the podcast.
I'll text him. I'll tell him.
I'll tell him.
I'll tell him.
I'll make a voice note.
I'll tell him.
Come on, we just said his name in the middle of saying his
fine.
name. But Jonas.
Yo, Nachi, what's up, bro? I'm on a podcast currently with Sonny Perlman. You want to say what's up?
Did you a voice note?
This is a voice note.
Bro, we just saying your name and he said he got a text from you right now.
Yeah, I was like, he literally said your name a second ago. And
Also,
I
I'm
was like,
see you this weekend.
yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy your Shabbos Nachamu, and I love you all.
Thank you for this day that I've been given. Thank you. Thank you for this chance. Thank you for this chance to live anew.